I have a job for you.
Jeez, it's not another arc, is it?
No, not again. This time I need a full-scale home renovation.
Noah Construction and Builders is your design and build partner. We do it all, from additions and dormers to full-scale renovations. Schedule your no-cost design consultation today. Visit us online at noahconstruction-builders.com.
Noah Construction and Builders. Through dreams we design, with vision we build.
We are bringing you MuscleSport Media live right here on WGBB Radio 95.9 FM, 1240 AM. I am here with my co-host Anthony Tuminello and, of course, Trevor behind the glass, getting it out on the airwaves. Anthony, how you doing this evening?
How you doing?
I'm doing. How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? Let's forget about
isn't
it
the best part, like when when non-Ginsaloops, when you say how you doing, they're like, "Well, fine, thank you."
Yeah.
How are you? I'm like, listen,
I really didn't mean.
I don't really want to talk to you. Okay.
Actually, I had a great lunch, and then I'm planning a dinner. You're like, awesome.
Oh yeah. No, here's what I say when
look at your watch. You're not wearing one.
Jordan, when they say that, I go, "Oh yeah." And I walk away.
Oh, but of course, we want to know how Noah Construction-Builders.com is doing, because they're the title sponsors of this very program here every Monday, 7:30 to 8 p.m. Also on our YouTube channel, MuscleSport TV, and all those great podcast networks out there, not just AM and FM. 3 for the price of 1, but Noah Construction-Builders.com. No job too big nor small for Pete and the guys at Noah.
Joey, list the other the apps that we're on, so people know, not just your YouTube. Okay, so we're on the YouTube.
The YouTube and all your favorite podcasts.
All your other favorites. So so we're on basically everything, folks.
We've got a lot of platforms that we put this program on, and the other programs from MuscleSport Media. But this one, this is a good one. We've been over 2 years now.
Oh, you know what? We forgot.
We forgot our 2-year anniversary.
That's right.
What was it, August something, right?
July 24th.
July.
Was our first ever MuscleSport Media Live.
But that was
history.
2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years. Trevor, 2 years we've been on these airwaves.
Trev?
Can you believe it? 2 years. Went by like that.
I know.
It's
3 before you know.
It'll be 3 before he's right. Trev is right. And
we completely forgot. I don't think we were here. Were we here the 24th?
I think we might have been off, and then the week after.
Yeah,
the week after it just slipped our mind. But hey,
2 years.
It's 2 plus now.
It's 2 years and 3 months now.
Yeah. Well, we're into September. We're almost into the MLB postseason.
No.
Well, we're talking baseball tonight, but in a little more from an athletic and health perspective.
A biomechanic.
Even better. That's why you went to school for this stuff.
That's
and
right.
I didn't. But we're going to be talking about the increase of injuries, i.e. Tommy John surgery, UCL injuries, and how they have done some experimentation to try to see if they could have these things, put a stop to them, because it's
decrease them,
because every pitcher, it seems like if a pitcher had Tommy John surgery in the minors back in years ago, it was almost like, oh, this guy's damaged goods, he's done. Every pitcher that comes up to the majors now is like, oh, he had Tommy John at AA, and that was 2 years ago, and now he's pitching and he's fine.
Right.
And then he usually has a second one somewhere along the line during his first 3 years in the MLB. So you brought up a good point this morning. We were talking about it a little bit, and you said that they have done some experimentation as far as changing the ball. So why don't you?
Well, in the minor league system and the college, in the NCAA, and even the independent leagues, I think it was. I was listening to one Ron Darling and Gary talk about it, actually. So it gave me the great idea, because I actually did my senior thesis on the biomechanics of a pitch, of a baseball pitch, I should say. And it is anatomically the worst thing for someone to put their arm through.
Stress and strain, that's
correct. It is really anatomically awful for someone to put whip-wise, someone to put stress-wise, torque-wise on your shoulder girdle / elbow mechanism. You know what I mean? So it really is an unnatural movement, but it always has been, obviously. It's such an unnatural movement, way more unnatural actually than throwing a football. It's because of, it is really because the size of the ball, the way the body contorts, and the way the pitchers actually use their entire body first rather than their arm first, because they're getting their power, don't forget, from their legs, their torso, then they're getting correct. So that does put think about how much stress that actually puts on the shoulder girdle, that I wouldn't say tiny, but small shoulder girdle, and then the small
wind up
elbow mechanism. Right, it's so unnatural. So what Ronnie and Gary was talking about yesterday. So the MLB has been doing, I guess for the past couple seasons, experimenting with the size and the weight of a Major League Baseball or a baseball. So what they found that in these experiments that they've been using, instead of a baseball that they use it generally is 5 ounces. Right, whether it be collegiate, whether it be minor league, major league, whatever the case, is 5 ounces. And the size of the baseball, I don't know the exact circumference of the baseball. They're increasing the weight to 6 ounces in this experiment, and they're actually slightly increasing the circumference of the ball.
Wider,
So I guess a exercise physiologist or a biochemist, it's called, a doctor in biomechanics, said if we do this, there will be less torque, less stress, less injuries, in theory. So they've done this. I mean, obviously Tommy John's is like having, clipping your toenails now. You know what I mean? It's nothing for a baseball player to have this now. So they found that if they increase a little bit of the weight and a little bit of the size, that there's less stress on the pitcher's throwing arm.
And then in turn, it'll be over time, it'll be less.
Right.
If a pitcher's arm's going to go in 3 years, let's say, this might extend it 4.5 or whatever.
And don't get it twisted. They're doing this all for saving money for the Major League Baseball and the owners. So I mean, obviously you don't want someone to have an injury like that, but the good and bad of this is, like you said, if they do have Tommy John surgery now, Joey, it's not the end of their career by any means, because of technology, because of how invasive they can do it arthroscopically, things like that. But the bad part is, you don't want Tommy John surgery. It
takes a guy out a year and a half on the shelf.
Right.
You can't,
Well, that's I'm not going to say it's only about money, but that's what they're kind of thinking.
Superstar pitcher, you don't have him for 18 months pitching.
Correct.
So big difference,
Right. So and I know this specifically because, like I said, I mean, this was 20-something years ago, but I did my senior thesis on the biomechanics of a pitch and how much torque. Think about you're using your entire body, right, to throw something as hard as you can with force forward. You know what I'm saying? So of course gravity takes place. Of course that it's going to put a ton of stress, like I said, on your mechanisms, which is your shoulder joint, which is a circular joint, and then the biggest thing is that elbow joint, where it only does one thing. It does bicep flexion and bicep extension. That's what your elbow does. It doesn't do circular. Like the shoulder mechanism does all this stuff. So the way a pitcher is throwing the ball, I mean, think about why. They're tearing those ligaments.
That UCL just goes, and that's the one on the interior of your elbow.
Right. With your MCL, you have your MCL, you have your UCL is compared to the ACL on the knee. So it's the same thing.
The main one.
Right. So then they have the MCL ligament and then the LCL ligament, which is your medial and then your lateral.
Yeah.
But the UCL is what...
That's the one that is the
right.
That's the Tommy John replacement.
Correct.
Where they take out of your leg or replace your calf or something.
Or a cadaver. I think they
used
do
to
it.
They used to do cadavers. Yeah,
Right,
they've done different ones,
Right.
and they replace literally. Cut that ripped tendon off and reattach this new tendon, and then it heals. It takes a while, and then it's going to grow. But we're going to take a quick break now. We're going to get a message from Kingdom Supplements.
Kingdom Supplements. Listen to this.
You know very well.
And listen to this voice. You know this voice very well.
Yes.
Welcome to Kingdom Supplement, a nutrition supplement company dedicated to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. We believe that everyone deserves to live a healthy, vibrant life, and we are committed to providing you with the highest quality supplement and nutrition product to help you get there. At Kingdom Supplement, we understand that nutrition plays a critical role in overall health and wellness. Whether you are an athlete looking to boost your performance, a busy professional seeking to improve your energy and focus, or simply someone who wants to lead a healthy lifestyle, Kingdom Supplement has something for you. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing you with the best possible customer service and support. We are always available to answer your questions and offer advice on how to make the most of our product. Visit us at the website at kingdomsup.com, on Instagram, Kingdom Supplement, on TikTok, Kingdom Supplement, and conquer your workout.
Now, Joe, can you hear me, everyone? So now, Joe, I know Marvin Gaye passed away a long time ago, but for the spooky season, we have resurrected Marvin Gaye, and he just did our Kingdom commercial. All right, it was a very sexy voice. All right, Trevor, that was unbelievable. No, that was Smooth Trevor on the 1 and 2s for Kingdom Supplement.
You know what that reminds? Remember the Saturday Night Live skit with the smooth guy?
Yeah.
With the robe. I think that's it.
Trevor, I'm telling you,
Trevor knocked it out of the park with that.
There's nothing better than that.
That was a very good one. And speaking of things that are very good, Angie's Empanadas is still, one of our content sponsors.
We were just talking about that mouth-watering company.
Mouth-watering, 2-time Best of Long Island winner. Their food truck has built a loyal following all across the island, traveling to events, farmers markets all over the island. Owners Angie and Mo bring their mouth-watering, it sounds familiar, flavors to hungry customers. Their commitment to high-quality, local source ingredients has made them a must-try favorite. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at a local festival or market. We just had the West Islip Fair in my neighborhood yesterday. I didn't go, so I'm not sure if they were there or not, but they might. They probably were. Right. Check their website, Angie'sEmpanadas.com, or the Instagram, Angie's Empanadas of LILLC, to find out where they'll be next, or contact them if you want them at your outdoor event. Summer is still here. I don't care if fall is the first day of fall. That weather today was beautiful.
It was.
So there are still going to be plenty of opportunities for Angie's Empanadas to be out and about in your area. Check them out and have a little something to eat there. Yeah, especially if you have Tommy John surgery.
See how you just influenced Joey Trevor? He said, have a little something.
Have a little something to eat at Angie's Empanadas.
That's all right.
I'm going to take a call now. What was that skit? Who was that? That was. I remember that.
The Saturday Night Live
was
guy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was like the date. He would take calls.
He would just hang up and be like, okay.
Yeah, but he was like the date advice.
Yeah.
The lover's advice guy. Yeah, it was very, very funny. That's when the show was still good. I haven't watched it in 1,000 years. I couldn't tell. Maybe it's great. I don't watch it.
I heard the news. the news that they do is very funny.
The weekend update.
Yeah, the weekend
they still
update.
call it that. I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. See, that's how old I am.
Yeah, you are.
Jane, you ignorant I see. I can't say that.
You
on the radio
can't say
now.
this stuff, Joey.
Land shark.
Plus, no one knows what you're talking
No,
about.
we're two wild and crazy guys.
All right, so
Steve Martin was always the best.
You liked him?
When he hosted SNL, it was always a real good show.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so getting back to this Tommy
John. Yeah, so they did this in some of these other levels, like almost like a
Right.
case study, if
Right,
you will.
right.
With this bigger and slightly heavier ball. And I mean, I guess you would have to wait in time. You're not going to know right away the result.
Well, I guess they've been doing this a few years.
And so it has worked for
yes.
less injuries for these pitchers that have
Right.
used this ball.
Right. And again, I'm going to give you my opinion on it.
Mhm.
I think this commissioner is changing the game way too much.
Yeah,
and
100%.
it's really starting to aggravate me.
Yeah.
Because I'm the majority. I'm not all of it. We want the health of obviously young athletes. That's very important.
But this is part of the game.
It's part of the game, but listen. The other thing is, it's about money. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Maybe if these guys don't try to throw 101
Yeah, but
miles an
that's-
hour with movement, their arms won't get blown
Why not
out.
though? That's part of the game.
But it is part of the game. But
Yeah.
when you saw years ago,
Yeah.
you had
No
much
one-
less injuries like this.
Nolan Ryan was throwing 101 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the pitchers they had more craft. But you had guys throwing smoke. You had Bob Gibson. You had.
I don't agree, Joe. I must say.
Listen, Greg Maddux was he was an anomaly. He can throw a 78-mile-an-hour ball that you can't even touch.
I'll tell you what I do agree with. It's the wind up. If you remember, if you look at the wind ups and the mechanics of a pitcher
Those are different.
years ago.
Yes.
They had that Tom Severish wind up that no one does anymore.
Yeah.
They had that more. I'm not going to say natural whatsoever, but they had that more of a natural explosion. Wind
Higher
up.
leg kick, I think.
Yes,
I think they did
Right.
more.
That I'll give you. That'll
I
give you.
I think what their wind up today is just it's got too much going on in it.
Right.
When it was a simple wind up, like you watch old videos,
They all look
like
the same
in the
almost.
40s and
Right.
50s. Yeah, they do look
They
similar.
had that the swing and
Yeah, they had, you had a few guys that did some different things, but for the
Right.
most part, you had guys that just did a regular thing, and it wasn't the speed on the ball, even if some of them did throw fast.
Right.
Even like a guy like J.R. Richard in the 70s and 80s, if he didn't have that stroke, this guy was throwing smoke and on the road to just maybe one of the greatest of all time. So you didn't have these. I'm not talking about stuff that you have to go look at the talkies or the black and white movies.
Yeah. No, the 70s, 80s.
70s and 80s, you had guys
Right.
throwing the ball hard, but more of it was placement and movement.
Mhm.
And I think all of this, I think it keep it simple, stupid kind of thing might prevent some of this
I
injuries
agree.
on these guys over time.
I agree that the wind-ups are all different and everyone has their quirkiness, but that's just, again, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Now, if we increase the weight of the ball and we increase the size of the ball, it's going to change the game. It's going to limit the home runs. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, I don't know if what this guy's trying to do. He's already trying to change the leagues and the divisions. He's already adding things. It was his idea to do the man on second, right? In that training.
Starting in
Come
in the
on.
All right, I'll give you an example of how slight changes in the baseball, the creation and the way it is. And not even the weight, just the way it was different. Okay, since I believe it was 1931, that both leagues, the AL and the NL, came to an agreement on what the ball has to be, as far as like this is going to be the type of ball we're all going to use. Because before, in the old days, it was all different. It was obviously such a very different game.
Right.
But from 1931 on, they made this is the ball we're going to use, and it was a Spalding ball, and it was created by the player Spalding,
it was
who made
standard,
it.
right.
Yeah, standard. Now it's Rawlings, but for years Spalding had the ball.
Right.
From 31, and it had a rubber center with the winding on it and stuff like that.
But it had that mud from the New Jersey, I told you. They
Yes.
still do. They
Yes.
still use that.
Inside the
Correct.
the
It's the
thing.
casing.
In 1943, they were not allowed to use rubber due to the war effort. I guess they were using it for different things in the war, right?
This is very interesting.
Petroleum-based type of thing. They had to go to a different material.
Core.
Yeah, I forget exactly what it was, but it changed. Even though the weight was the same, it changed the flight of the ball. And in 1943, the numbers were way down for power. In 1944, they changed it. Now you can use rubber again, and the numbers went back up. So there's an indicator where it wasn't even the weight and the size; it was just what made up the inside of the ball. Probably just somehow changed the projection of it off the bat, right?
Right.
Because the numbers don't lie.
Right.
You know, that 1 year compared to the 42, 43, 44, just look at the power numbers year by year in both leagues. And so to me, that'll be kind of an indicator of what's going to happen, because now they're going to change the ball, and it's going to be even more. Now, is it going to be less home runs because it's heavier? Because they always say that they didn't wind it as tight in some of those live ball years when pitchers were going on the free agent market, and then when batters were, they tightened those top couple of rows of that. I don't know if that's true or not.
Listen,
but it was a rumor out there.
I wouldn't even say it's a rumor. They've done things that we don't even know. So let's just be honest. To make money, to make the entertainment. Don't forget in the 90s, the MLB was dead and
the
dying.
strike, the home run chase brought it back.
That's the way it happened.
The way it happened.
They could care less what people.
But that's why they look the other way with the steroid era.
Right.
But this thing, if they do change this ball, I'm like you. I'm a traditionalist. I hate it.
Especially baseball.
I hate it.
Especially.
You're going to change it. This is the same thing that we've had since the 30s. You can't do it.
In any other sport, you see, they're doing it. Listen, okay, so the NFL, not to get off topic, but the NFL, they changed the kickoff for less concussions. I get it.
Yeah,
it's horrible. It's a different game. I can't.
College is better with the normal kickoff.
I can't disagree with you, Joe.
It stinks, this kickoff.
It's very strange.
And you have players that only get a chance to make 1 or 2 plays a game, and now they don't even touch the ball.
Their hands are tied.
Yeah.
So they did that. The only game that they really changed, right? They haven't changed that much is the NBA, because
remember the new ball?
Yeah.
Remember the new ball?
Yep.
The rubber new ball that came out. I think it was Spalding also.
Yes.
And that players hated it because it was slipperier and they were turning the ball over more. And the NBA went back to the older ball.
Well, what I was going to say was the shot clock was the only thing that changed. They haven't changed. They haven't changed anything since the shot clock.
Well, yes, the penalty.
Say this again.
Okay.
So explain.
Years ago, in the 70s and 80s, if you were in the penalty, you fouled too many, you would get a third foul shot if you missed one of the first 2.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but those are we're talking about smaller things like that.
They're not changing.
Where now
the
every
trajectory.
foul you go to the foul line, where it used to just be a shooting foul. Now you got
but that was
third
back
shot.
in the day. They haven't changed things in 40 years.
Yeah,
50,
that
50
was
years.
early 80s. They probably changed that.
Earlier than that.
Yeah.
When did they put the shot clock in and the 3-point? The 3-point line they put
after
in
when the ABA.
Okay.
ABA was the first league to have
the shot clock,
and the 3-point line.
Right, but it was college before the ABA. So college has always had it.
Yeah,
and then the ABA had made the 3-point line.
Yes,
so on and so forth.
They wanted crazy.
Right,
they needed an attraction because it was a less talent.
And don't forget who made the 3-pointer a weapon. Do you remember?
Dr. J.
Nope. Rick Pitino made the 3-point. He revolved around. He revolved an entire offense around having the 3-pointer as a weapon. Anyway, not to change the subject, but the point is that Major League Baseball, they seem to be changing this game consistently and for the worse, that are baseball purists like myself and Joey.
Yes, DH and the NL, awful. Ghost runner, double awful. I mean, you can't even. And then it's different rules in the postseason than it was in the regular season. There's no ghost runner. Remember the 7-inning doubleheaders during COVID?
They did that with COVID. I could get that.
Yeah.
But don't forget now, things are going to change a lot now with the umps, the electronic umps, and
I don't like that either.
I don't like none of it. It's
hate
part of the game.
Umpire strike zones, different strike zones for the leagues.
This really hasn't changed. This
the
Ghost Runner
Interleague has been is watered down. Too much.
This Ghost Runner thing has not changed this game that much. I mean, obviously it shortens it a bit, but it really isn't.
I had no problem with those marathons sometimes.
Me too, because that's baseball.
It was fun.
Yes, you had it on while you're cooking. You had it on while you're barbecuing.
One of the most famous Bob Murphy calls. The Mets win the damn thing.
Yeah.
After it was like 19
But
in
it's
the game.
like, why do they call it a
Against the
pastime?
Phillies.
It's America's pastime because it's a
To
pastime.
relax and watch it.
That's right.
You're not jumping up and down watching Tua Tagovailoa.
You know, did you see that?
They should have won that.
Tua
game.
turned the ball over.
They should have won that.
Yeah, it's
game.
him. This is twice. We would have been 2-1. Don't get me started. I'm gonna lose my breath.
They're playing the Jets this week.
Listen
right?
to me. They would have been 2-1, and then now they would have been 3-1 because they would have beat the Jets. 2-1 they would have been.
They might beat the Jets.
You can't.
Jets had one good
Yeah,
quarter.
but now they'll be
yesterday.
1-3. What I'm saying, they would have been 3-1. You cannot blame the coach for those two losses.
Well, that press conference after that, I lost all respect for him.
Oh yeah, they say
That
he's
was-
back on the land, but we don't know.
I don't know. He whatever. But they played the Bills really well.
They
that
did.
Thursday. That was a really good game.
Tua turned the ball over. Tua turned the ball over.
Well, you know what?
Why we got to talk about that?
Well, I just said
Back to
we got to
science.
wrap this up, though.
No, we're not. We went over a couple minutes, right, Trev? We could go to a little over, right? Back to science.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about Trevor's sexy voice again?
Yes. Trevor's
Kingdom
gonna-
supplements. We have an abundance of...
But basically,
What?
scientifically, do
Yes.
you feel
I
after
hate-
your studying, do you
Yeah.
think that that's going to help the injury situation?
Probably, but it's going to change the game immensely.
I think it's not going to do much of a difference because they're still going
Right.
to do this crazy wind up and try to throw
But
the ball
look,
through
look,
the
look. Okay,
brick
so
wall.
really anatomically, the way to throw a baseball is like how fast pitch softball or the submarine guys,
Yeah.
like Rogers for the Mets.
Dan Quisenberry.
That's the way to safely throw a ball like that. It's not really.
Yeah.
But again, everything depends on the individual. Just like when I say in training, Joey, it's limb length. It's how you contort your body. It's your lower body power. It's your upper body power. There's a ton of stuff that. But bottom line is, I hate the idea. But I'm a baseball purist.
Me too. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you for listening and or watching. We will see you guys Monday night. Take care.
Noah, I have a job for you.
Jeez, it's not another arc, is it?
No, not again. This time I need a full-scale home renovation.
Noah Construction and Builders is your design and build partner. We do it all, from additions and dormers to full-scale renovations. Schedule your no-cost design consultation today. Visit us online at noahconstruction-builders.com.
Noah Construction and Builders. Through dreams we design, with vision we build.